Hey Chris, well, this fight was always going to have to happen. If you remember, when I retired, I done a last interview with Ariel Helbani, and on it I said, "Listen, I'm not coming back unless it's against Tuhugov, Zubair Tuhugov, or unless I get $1 million offer, seven-figure dollar offer." So that's why I've had a lot of offers, from Russia, from different promotions, to fight, but the money wasn't good enough. Just I just didn't have the want to get back in there. But this fight is, for me, it's a personal fight. This is nothing to do with money, really. I don't really care. You can ask, Mike Hogan when negotiating. He said to me, "What kind of purse do you expect?" I told him, "Sure." I said, "Listen, I don't care. Zero purse here. I just don't give a fuck." The same when I was initially reaching out to ACA trying to get this fight happen. I told them as well that this, they asked me about the purse. I said straight away, I said, "Listen, I don't care about the purse. Zero. I just want this fight. I have to get my hands on this guy." Then when ACA said no, I got in touch with another guy in Russia, Alfredo Auditori, his name is. He's a guy that organized really big shows. He had this Alf reality show recently with John Jones and Nate Diaz and all the big stars there. So I thought maybe he could make this fight happen. So I reached out to him, and the same thing. He asked me, "How much purse do you want?" I said, "Listen, zero. I don't care about the purse on this one. It's not about money. This particular fight is not about money. Listen, money is always good. Everybody needs money, but this particular fight for me is not about money. I have to get my hands on him. This fight was scheduled in the UFC before, and obviously, the way things worked out, it was pulled. And then I went in the bare knuckle. He was suspended for a year, so there was no way to make the fight. Then I was in bare knuckle. He was doing some other things, and now finally, I managed to make this fight happen. So I can't wait to get my hands on him. This fight is not about points. It's not about records. Uh, this is personal. But my future in combat sports, I'm not sure, Chris. To be honest with you, obviously I was retired. Now I'm feeling good. I'm in good shape already. I feel good. So yeah, potentially might have another fight or two. I wouldn't mind maybe doing one of those celebrity kind of boxing fights that Jake Paul has been organizing. But every time it's a massive event, everybody talks about great payday. I've never heard a fighter complain about being treated badly on it. It seems to be a really nice place that looks after the fighters, and the shows are always big. Obviously at my point in the career, most of my last, however, fights have been always main events. So I like being part of a big event. So when Jake Paul does exactly that, so potentially, you could see me on one of his shows. I know he's got a good relationship with PFL as well, so be fighting for PFL now. That's kind of his neck of the woods also. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know yet. This is a big fight for me, so I'm concentrating everything on this fight, and after that, we'll see what the story is.